and welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're going to be going ahead and doing the oil change on the truck. It's a little past overdue. Personally, I don't like to let it go this long, but the only reason I did let it go this long was that we needed to let the mystery oil do some work inside of it. And yeah, the oil is not going to be pretty. I've already pretty much explained that in previous videos, but I'm going to go ahead and not waste any more time, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug on it and start getting it draining. So this is where we're at. I have I actually couldn't get a screwdriver in there, so it's a drill bit jammed through it with a hammer right now because it did not want to turn at all. I mean, couldn't get a filter wrench in there. You can see it's a very tight squeeze up in there. So I just have the oil draining off of this right now. I'm gonna go ahead and keep banging it on through, and then hopefully I'm gonna be able to turn it with this. So yeah. To be far more challenged than I expected. It has not only 1, 2, but 3 holes in it. And it finally came off, and I mean, you can see the oil is pretty ugly in there. We might open this up and take a look inside the filter, but that'll be later on in this video if we do that. I went ahead and I threw the OEM Motorcraft one on here. I'm just gonna set this guy down over here. This is gonna be our Motorcraft one, FL820S. Don't say much on here, but yeah. This is the one that we'll need stock. And then I got my oil here that I'm gonna go ahead and just start filling up now. Drain plug is out, filter is obviously done. Screw the new filter on, put some oil on the O-ring, and yeah, so we should be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and throw this stuff in there now. I apologize for the wind, but this is what our oil is looking like. You can see we got some stuff floating around in it. Don't look too pretty. I mean, it's pretty dark. We're gonna go ahead and dump it into the bottles where it belongs, and then eventually we'll drop it off at O'Reilly's or something. Alright, so we're checking back in here. It's actually a couple days later since I last filmed. It's actually 8 o'clock in the morning Friday. I'm about to head to school, but I want to show you guys my problem beforehand because I just want to show you how it changes like every day, and we're going to fix this when I get back home from school. So you guys can look at this temp gauge right here. You can see it obviously is not working. Just started up the truck, so it should be all the way cold. It's blowing cold air, but yeah, it's not working, so the gauge itself is bad. So I ordered a replacement one. It's already here. So we're basically going to be taking apart this instrument cluster when I get home, and we're going to go back there and I'm going to show you guys how to change out an instrument cluster gauge, which should be fun because I've never done it. So you'll be learning with me. Back here later in this day, I just got home from baseball, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to change out this instrument cluster thing. Jake's going to be heading over here in a little bit. He's got some stuff he's got to do to his car, so we'll add some of that into this video. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and start tearing apart this gauge cluster. You can see that gauge is just broken. So basically what we have to do is we're going to have to take apart this bottom panel here. These will pop off, and then this whole thing pops off, and then there's going to be bolts. So I'll take all this off, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it looks like. Back, we can see I just removed this panel here. It's actually really dirty under here. It's kind of nasty, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to clean all this up. So I'm going to get the vacuum in here, and we'll see if I can make this look a little bit nicer than it does right now. Inside here with the cluster, you're gonna go ahead and you're gonna need a Torx. I don't know what size this is. It says on here somewhere. 15. And you're gonna go ahead and remove all these bolts here. There's a couple of them. And then that'll get this cover off of here, so we can get to our motor, which we need, which the motor is sitting right there. That is for our gauge. Oh, and down goes the screw. Don't lose any. So yeah, that removes this. And here are our lamps, which we can actually replace some because I have some right here. These are red ones, but I don't know how that's gonna work with this green. So might have to figure that one out in a little bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna do here, and then I'll come back. All right, after thinking I broke a lot of things, everything is apart here, from the white to the actual gauges to the cluster back here. There's our bad motor right there. I think this has been repaired before because there's a bunch of markings all over, but there's our new motor. That's the one that is going to get replaced there. And then all this is apart, so I'm waiting on Jake to show up with the solder now. Our new cats came in, so we've got some MagnaFlow high flow catalytic converters here, and these are gonna be going on the truck pretty soon here. I'm not gonna open them up, but both of them are there. Those are gonna be going on pretty soon. Jake's gonna be here hopefully pretty soon. I mean, I've been waiting on him for like 2 hours now. So I'm gonna move my setup outside and wait for him and bring the cats with me. It's undone right here. You can see the 4 that I have to undo. Trying to figure out the best way to do this without an unsoldering pen, because all I have is this soldering pen here. Jake's over here welding away his fiberglass or whatever he's fucking doing over there. You can see his patch right there. It's on both sides because his new wheels broke it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to continue surgery on this and fix this and see where we can get at. Fiddling with this shit. I got it put back together finally. It looks good. Everything seems to be all right. The motor seems to be working on that one just from moving it around. Oh, motherfucker. I forgot the goddamn pin. Might have to be taking this apart again. Let me mess around with this really quick and I'll see what I can do. We'll come over here and check on Jake. He's just putting this new layer down of fiberglass here. It's looking pretty solid. He's got a mini flashlight up in there. Come over here, see what he's doing. Oh, we gotta move our way around this little pipe. Come get some first-person action here.
First person, something I've never done before.
You don't gotta be so aggressive with it. Jeez.
Well, I'm trying to pack it in there because I'm running out.
Here, this thing broke, so I'm super gluing it together. The rest of these I think are fixed. I had a little mishap. I tried to put it back together and it didn't really work. So this screen wasn't plugged in, so I'm hoping that fixes my issue. Besides that, we're gonna come over here and see what Jake's trying to fab up over here because he's doing something. He's thinking that he's gonna blend his primer like this, or I don't know what the fuck he thinks going on here.
Hey,
but
if Chris Fix can do it, why can't we?
So we'll come back once he's spraying. Jake just took off. I don't really know. He just kind of got in the car and left. But everything is back in here. All the clips are back in. Everything is working here on the dash. I don't really know why Jake just took off like he did. That was kind of weird. Usually I have to kick his ass out, but he just left on his own for once. But this is done. Everything's done here. I'm gonna head into the garage, go clean up whatever mess he left me, because I'm sure he left me something. And then I'll go inside and open up the catalytic converters with you guys, and we'll see what those look like. And we'll get ready to get a welder tomorrow most likely, and we'll see what we can do with this. So yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and skip into the garage. Around here picking up everything. You know, having Jake around is like basically having like a little sibling that you have to keep after and, you know, watch all the time, because you can't trust anything he does. You know, he doesn't do anything right, he fucks it all up. That's basically what Jake is. So Jake just leaves screwdrivers laying all over the ground and doesn't put sockets back where they come from, and just adds to my collection of shit everywhere because he just loves to leave stuff at my house, hence the ATV here. You know, that's who Jake is. And yeah, you know, we're just gonna have to clean up after Jake yet again. So we got his sand spots here and over here. We gotta clean up after those. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do all that, and then I'll come back once we're inside. Alright guys, so I just went ahead and cut this open. I haven't looked at it yet, but here we go. This is our catalytic converter here. I don't believe it is directional, but there might be a stamp somewhere on it that tells me which way to flow. But yeah, very small cats, and that's obviously on purpose. We're gonna be cutting off the ones that are on there now. I have a 4-cat system. Usually there's only 2 left on here. And then that's gonna be going into place. We'll be reusing the bungs from the old O2 sensors on there, just cutting those and placing them before and after. And basically that's how they're gonna fab up. So yeah. I got here the next morning, continuing this video. The gauges actually all work. The only problem I'm having is that the RPM gauge is about 500 RPMs off or so. So I just have to calibrate that a little bit. So I'm gonna go in here now and I'm gonna take apart the dash and then open up the plastic layer on it, and hopefully we'll be able to just go ahead and move the needle up a little bit and get it right. It's very helpful if you pay attention to all your gauges and you're able to figure stuff out like that, because if I didn't pay attention to my stuff constantly, I would not have had any idea that it was off that bad. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna tear that apart, and then I'll come right back and show you guys how to do that. The dash and the cluster are all situated and calibrated up after many tries and many taking it apart, because I didn't understand how the thing fucking works, and I still don't. But it's back to where it was, or at least pretty damn close to it. I'm not going to be a big whatever about it, just a little bit off. But I'm waiting on Jake to come over here right now. We're going to, I don't know what exactly we're doing to his car. I guess we're going to paint the back end, and we're going to tint his windows with some shit from AutoZone. I don't really fucking know. But once he gets here, I guess we'll find out. And in the meantime, I'm just going to pick up some stuff around here and clean up and wait for him. So yeah, I'll come back once he gets here. Alright, so we're over here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start sanding on this primer over here and clean it up a little bit. Jake is going to go ahead and he's going to hack off the pinch weld that's on the back side of here, just so his tire clears. And yeah, so we'll come back once he's started on that, and I'm going on this. Get back in here. I'm going ahead and sanding Jake's trunk here. Bondo filling all these bad parts, I guess. Jake went ahead and he grinded off a bunch over here, I guess.
I grinded off like a centimeter maybe.
So yeah, that's what he's been up to, and then I just went ahead and taped all this off because I'm gonna go ahead and primer this afterwards. So yeah, I'm gonna continue on, sand down this Bondo and get it all smoothed out. Cleaning off the trunk and sanding everything smooth. Jake is over there grinding the other side now. This side's already put back together, and yeah, I'm about to go ahead and lay this primer down. Jake is down here doing his thing, so yeah. We're gonna go ahead and start now. Alright guys, that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that we did. I threw a little bit of different stuff in there. There wasn't as much like time-lapsey kind of stuff in this one. It was more of a straightforward getting stuff done. But we have a lot to come pretty soon on this channel. We're going to be doing actually a lot of different things. Jake just put in an order for about like $800 worth of stuff on his car. That's going to be a lot of work. I got some stuff that we got to do on my car. I'm going to pick up some more parts. Hopefully we'll be taking apart some of the front suspension again and doing some more work on that stuff. But there's a lot to come in the next couple of weeks here. We got a lot to do on both of the vehicles, and who knows, there'll probably be some more stuff that ends up showing up in that time. But if you guys did enjoy, and if you guys made it this far in the video, I greatly appreciate you guys. Make sure you drop a like down below, subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.